traders, and welcome. This is Mike Hamilton for Trade the Easy Way, and we're looking at the Nasdaq because I think the Nasdaq leads the market. Where the Nasdaq goes, the rest of the market follows. And we are 5 minutes off of the US close, and we have a sell signal here. It's a quiet week. Europe is on a 4-day week, and there's very little data here this week, so all we've done is coming back in contact with the fibs and the daily ATMA is just literally underneath us where we are now. So yeah, it's all we've done is pull back to support, but the fact that we've had a new high and closed below next day, that to me is a sell signal. So I'm looking for dollar strength and indice weakness. I'm looking for a move towards safety, basically. And I think the sort of chart pattern we got here is interesting. We've got a bit of a funnel action here. So if we come out of this, we start closing under 44, then I think we are toast. I mean, if we can go into the weekend at least holding 44, 40, or above 44, then we stand a chance of pushing higher. But I think this market is potentially at least due a pullback, at least. We've been grinding up very slowly on the whole, with a couple of big days being the exception. So that's what I'm suggesting, and you can see the dollar strength coming in the form of the pound, because this pound is just not doing it. So tomorrow, any pullbacks into that resistance area. So yesterday's open 220, which is not that much higher than where we are now. Then that is the potential to short, to see if we can at least retest 138.50. UK retail sales tomorrow, last day of the week for Europe. So I will stand aside, get that data out of the way, and then see where we are. I have been shorting the euro highs, expecting a deeper sell, and we're not just not getting it. We are grinding lower. We're closed underneath the daily 9, so proper retest of 140, and potentially full-blown move right down to this 110 is what I'm anticipating. So I'm just continually shorting these highs and hoping we get some kind of capitulation. Here we just ground down ages from 11th of Feb to the 2nd of March. You can see this setup here on the euro is very similar to the kind of setup we got at the moment on the Nasdaq. And then we saw that drip down to this support on the back of that signal here. Right, and if we look at the pound yen, you can see the flight to safety on this pound yen. Looks pretty ill. We've now got an 920 cross above us, so we could come and retest 156, and who knows, beyond could eventually come all the way down to 150 and underneath. So the pullback area for me is around about the 900, 920 mark, if you see that, which is today's range that we trade in the room. And let's have a look at the gold. It's selling off. So we had this pattern movement at the top on a resistance area, and so this confirms the strength in the dollar. So if you want to get short this one, try 12.35 if you see it. I think that's it. Let's have a look at a couple of stocks. Let's look at, I've been following Barclays, and this is just not quite doing it yet. I think this is potentially getting ready to push higher. We're in this apex, but if we start closing above 160, I think they could at least recover to 180, if not up to this 200 mark. So I will start to nibble on that tomorrow if that proves itself. And let's look at Rolls-Royce. Okay, so we're getting the drop in Rolls-Royce as we're anticipating. We're now underneath this little apex pattern. Looking to see if we can at least do 640. At which point I will start to see if that works and start to get interested in that. We'll stay on the UK side for now, and let's look at one or two others. Let's look at some of these property stocks. So this is Galliard's, and this is doing okay. We've got this pattern down here, this pattern here. So we are now breaking out of that wedge. Very congested up here, but nonetheless it's quite a powerful push higher there. So notice how we dipped underneath the major support level. Let me draw that again actually. No, we didn't even touch the low of 12th November, so that's got some early bullish signals in mid-March, and now we are pushing nicely higher on that one. I would suggest you might want to sort of back off of that one if you are interested, and wait until that drops lower. Here's Anto Fagesta. Let's just clear this one up. Let's just see. Excuse me. Let's just see if that 467, 465 holds. If that comes down to test it, at which point I'll get interested in that. Alright, I'll leave it there and see you at the next update.